Doing life alone is rough, hard, and unnecessary. Find you someone to do it with. Congratulations, you're in your 20s, all right? 20s is a good time, and I'm 33. So I've been making videos about self improvement and things of that nature, but I really want to talk to my youth. This is not for just men, this is for women too. This could even be for you if you're not in your 20s. Maybe you don't know these things, or maybe you heard these things and you just need a little more confirmation about how to go about using them. I've done a lot of things, I've been a lot of places. I've learned a lot. Some of these things were told to me. I had a good father, I had a good mother, I had a good family circle around me. Some of these things weren't told to me. So either I knew about it and did apply, or I just didn't know and I learned along the way. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Number one, stay clean. Stay clean, smell good. People will remember you by how you smell. You could be the best dressed person in the world. You can look very good and smell bad. They're not going to remember what you had on. They're going to remember what you smelled like. If you stink and you look good, it doesn't matter. So learn how to take a bath. And this is a raw channel. All right. This is raw. This is real truth. I want to be a friendly person to you. If you in your early 20s, I'm probably unk at this point. All right. But this is real. This is truth. All right. So let's talk about bathing. Number one. All right. You have to use the right kind of body wash for your body. Use the right body wash for your body. If you're gonna wear a perfume or a cologne, it's best practice to use body wash that's unscented. The reason why, because especially if you don't know how to use your scents and scent profiles just yet, you don't want to have a scented soap that's strong and then throw a scent that's strong on top of it. Now you're overwhelming. As you get older and you start getting two scents and start learning it, then you can kind of combine the two. But for right now, in early 20s, I want you to get an unscented soap and I want you to get a scented soap. Unscented is for when you're about to wear a perfume or a cologne. Scented soap is for when you're around the house, so you don't plan on wearing a scent. So that way you still can smell presentable. The next thing to smelling good is knowing how to communicate. I don't talk the best. I don't claim to talk the best. I try to be as clear as I can. I'm from Mississippi. I have a southern drawl. Some people say I got it. All right. So I don't hear it, but some people do. But when I say learn how to communicate, I mean controlling your emotions. If somebody disagrees with you and within 2 seconds you already ready to pop off, you're yelling, you're cussing, you're frustrated, you can't think right, that's because you don't have your emotions in check. And at a young age, it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to do, especially a lot of younger adults come from trauma homes, and older adults or mid-age adults, we understand that, but younger people don't. You got to learn how to communicate effectively, learn how to control your emotions, learn how to think about an issue. Not everybody's going to agree with you, and that's okay. Sometimes you may be right in a situation and the person you're talking to is completely wrong. You have to know when to let that go. Let that person just win that battle. It is okay. Unless it's something that's morally wrong and like physically gonna get you in trouble, it's okay to let people have it. Just let them have it. Trust me, that person that you let have that conversation, they know that they're wrong. They're probably the one that's passionate and yelling and doing all that, because when they calm down, they're gonna reflect and think about that. But I do want you to take note of how they reacted in that situation. Give them a grace. Give them a little grace. Everybody deserves grace, but just take note on how they reacted in that situation. But as far as you, control your emotions. Emotions have gotten so many people in trouble. Being emotional, all right? Acting without even thinking. Getting mad at somebody, pulling out a weapon, doing something that they really didn't want to do because emotions were so high. They didn't take a step back. Take a step back from all situations that get you flushed. Take a step back, think about it, breathe, then move forward. You will make so much more progress that way. I promise you, you will. Also, along the lines of communication is learning how to communicate in the workplace. We had this saying in the military, bottom line up front, call it bluff, right? And it's getting your point across without saying a whole bunch. You ever met somebody that's trying to tell you something and they go on and on and on? They jump from this subject to this subject, then they go on and on. You forgot what they were even talking about because they don't know the meaning of say what you got to say it up front, say what you got to say, and then expound on it if we need more clarification. Bosses, supervisors, people like that, they love that. They love people that's concise. They love people that can give them the information up front and then they ask, okay, can you explain, go a little more in detail about this situation or this subject? Then that's when you start doing all that. But learn how to communicate, learn how to get your point across fast, quick, say what you got to say and move out the way. Along with communication, I want you to get skills. This is real life, y'all. This is real life. I'm not gonna get into the tip of if college is good and if college is a scam. It's videos out there for that. That's not what I'm into, all right? But you do need skills. Young ladies, young men, women, whatever age, you need a skill. You need a skill that no one can take from you, and you need a skill that you can do. You need a certification in something. You need something on paper that you have to keep up. Something that's not so easy to get, right? Going to school and getting a degree in something is great. Don't get me wrong, right? But most time colleges, they don't tell you that, hey, you don't have the experience just because you have a degree with your name on it from this school, unless it's like a really, really high top notch school, that it's not going to hold as much weight as you think it's going to hold when you get out, and you're going to be in for a rude awakening. So while you're in school, learn a skill. Learn how to graphic design. Learn how to do detailed work on a house. Learn how to do coding. Learn how to do something in tech. Get a certification. I got 3 certifications, IT certifications. So if something happened, I can take these certifications anywhere I want to go, right? And I can put them on the table along with experience. But if you don't have experience and you have a skill that a lot of people don't have, people like that too, that's marketable. Don't be afraid of junior colleges. Don't be afraid of junior colleges. I went straight into a university. And I think back now and I'm like, man, I wish I would have went into a junior college first. And if I'm gonna keep it raw in the book with you, I ended up going back to a junior college because university, it was just too much for me at that young age, coming out of high school, coming from where I came from. It was too much, and I didn't perform as well as I should have, so I had to go back to a junior college. Don't let anybody tell you that JUCO and junior college is less than. Even if you're an athlete, if you feel like you need to go to a junior college to hone in your skills and get yourself together before you go to a D1 school, do that. It's so many athletes that wanted to jump the gun and go to D1 and do that, and now they're back at the house trying to figure out what they want to do when they could have took an extra year or 2 maybe at a junior college, a JUCO, honed up their skills, learned a few things about themselves, playing at a collegiate level, and then moved on. They probably would have been a lot better off. Junior colleges have a lot to offer. It's more personable. I'm not gonna say it's easy. I'm not gonna go down that route, but it is more personable. It's a little, it's easily managed. I'll put it like that. Versus a university where you're in a class with 300, 400 people at a time. You're just a number. The teacher don't even know you. When I went to junior college, the teacher knew us by our first names when we walked in, and he and she, they knew our mannerisms, what we do. They knew about life. We had personal conversations, and it made school so much better. It made it so much better. Also, go for what you want. Go for what you want in life. You want to do things. You're young and you have aspirations to do this. You want to be that. That is great. Go do those things, but have a plan. A lot of people, young people especially, they think when they tell their parents or older people things they want to do, that the parents and the older people are criticizing them and trying to talk down on them and tell them that they can't do it. Often that's not the case. It's because you don't have a plan in place. And we know that you need a plan in order to get there. It's not a bad idea. Go for it, but have a plan. Have a plan in place. And what if you do have a plan in place? If you have a plan in place, a solid plan in place, you have thought this thing through, go for it. That's when you don't let anybody tell you like you don't need to do that. The reason they're probably telling you that is because they're trying to keep you in their box. They're trying to keep you in their box, in their circle, that they tried to do it before and it didn't work for them. So they feel like, hey, if it didn't work for me, it ain't gonna work for you. Don't do that. If you got a plan and you got your mind set for something, go for it. Try it out. Even if you fail, you tried, you learn. This is going to sound so cliche. You probably heard this if you've been watching some videos, you've been trying to do some self-improvement. Failure is just a learning lesson. And as you get older, that hits harder and harder each time. I fail all the time. I fall short all the time, but I get back up and I learn from it. Failure is part of life. If you fail at something doesn't work, take a step back, take a breather, reevaluate, see what you did wrong and go back at it. That's what winners do. That's what winners do. You think when Steph lost the championships, when LeBron got hurt, when he lost the championship, when Kobe, some of the greatest athletes lost the championship, you think they stopped? They was like, oh yeah, I failed, I ain't playing no more. No, they reevaluated, they went back. They went even harder the next year. They did what they had to do this year to get ready for the next year and do it all over again. So if you fall, get back up. Surround yourself with people that will help pick you up when you fall. That tell you, hey, failure is okay. At least you tried. You got out there and you did it. You got out there and you put the effort in to do it. Next time, let's do this a little different. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. And then the more you try it, you might realize like, hey, that's really not my purpose, but I did get something from that. Let me pivot over here and try this. You try things. In your 20s, you try things until you get on a good road, until you get consistent and you learn these skills and you learn these life lessons. That's what's going to make you great and successful. That's what's going to get you that dream job, that dream career, that dream life that you want. It's failing, bouncing back, and moving forward. That's what's going to do it. Don't stop. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't let somebody that doesn't have what you want tell you how to get it or tell you that you can't do it. Don't do that. Don't sell yourself short. Now, I want to talk about finances. Finances is a weird thing, especially when you don't come from money. When you don't come from money, right? Even if you have a family that's kind of well off, it's still a funny thing. You have to get money and deal with money enough to really learn how to do it. But I'm pretty sure what I'm about to tell you will help you kind of navigate through this way. Number one, don't spend everything that you get. Just because you have money doesn't mean that you should spend it. You don't have to always have the newest this, the newest that. Get stuff that makes you feel good, makes you feel happy, that looks nice. Once again, I know that's a cliche thing to say, but you want to be fresh. You want to show you got it. But I'm telling you, as you get older, that stuff does not matter. It actually doesn't even matter while you're in your early 20s. You just feel like it does. I want you to think right now, if you're 18 through 25, right? I'm going to say 18 through 25. Describe to me in detail what somebody had on when you were 16. Give me like 10 people and tell me like this person had this on and this on and this on, and then the same day this person had this, you're not gonna remember because it wasn't that important. The same thing here. You might have the fly shoes on today. It might matter to a sneakerhead, right? Somebody that's really into it, but the average person, they'll see it, they'll be like, okay, that's nice, but then they're gonna move on with their life. They're not gonna remember that. I'm not saying don't treat yourself and get some nice stuff, but just don't prioritize buying that kind of stuff because it has no value as you get older. It looks good, it makes you feel good, but it really doesn't have value. What has value is investments. What has value is saving. I learned about saving and investment at a late age. Like I said, I'm 33, but if I would have knew about saving and investments when I was 21, I can't even imagine what I would have right now. I'm doing well right now, but I could have been a lot farther if I would have saved my money, learned about investing. Investing is not boring, especially when you get into it and you start making money. It's a slow game. It's a slow game. You can get into some fast stuff, but it's a slow game. But I promise you, it's worth it. You'll look in your account and be like, wow, I can't believe I saved that. I can't believe I did that. And you also have to think you're going to get older one day. You're going to get older one day. You're going to grow old. You're not going to be able to work, right? And in the way the economy is going right now, are you going to have something for the government to give you? So go ahead and start now. Start building a nest egg, even if it's $20 a week. Get $20 a week. Throw it into an investment. Throw it into Robinhood. Throw it in somewhere. Save it. Throw it into a high yield savings account. It's plenty of people out there. There's plenty of people out there that's talking about finances and all that. You can find someone to tell you and give you the way to go, but I'm telling you, you need to save money. I like Ayo. I forgot his first name, but I know his last name is O'Neal. He's great. I like watching him. He's great. If you go watch him, he's amazing. Please know that your health is wealth. Besides money, your health is wealth. Vulnerable moments. So I'm a military person, right? In the military, we have the stigma of drinking, and I drunk. I drunk a lot. I made some of the worst decisions of my life while I was drinking. Thank God it was nothing to end my life or in somebody else's life or put me in a predicament where I can't move forward in my career, right? But I have made some decisions and done some things behind closed doors that I'm not proud of. And I don't want you to go down that same route. There's nothing wrong with having a drink here and there, but be cautious about that because the more you do that, the more you're instilling that habit of drinking. And life only gets harder. And then what you would do, you would start drinking more because life is getting harder. Next thing you know, you're drinking every single day, and that habit is hard to break. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. I'm going through a detox right now. No, I'm not an alcoholic. No, I don't need alcohol to function. But I did find myself having a little sip every now and then. Having a sip after work. A little drink after work, right? Call myself relaxing, but what I was really doing is coping with alcohol when I really needed to just de-stress, talk it out, rest. I didn't have to go to that bottle, right? I'm taking a detox right now, cleansing myself, getting more in tune with myself so I can be better with handling stress and I don't have to drink. Like I said, this is vulnerable. This is one-on-one. This Unc talking to you, right? And you don't know what kind of person you're going to be when you get older. You might have something inside of you that you don't even know about. You might have a very addictive personality that you don't even know about yet. And you already drinking every day, getting wasted every day. That's only going to get worse. And then that could be a gateway to something else that can just ruin your life. Right? So drink in moderation. Drink in moderation, have fun. Do what you do, but be cautious about what you do because life only gets harder and stopping that habit only gets harder. You're going to have friends. It might not be you, but you're going to have friends as you go along in life 10 years from now that drinking is going to destroy them. You're going to see them and you're going to be like, what happened? Why you look like that? Why you sound like that? What's going on? Drinking. Drinking destroyed their life. Drinking led to another drug that led to another drug that led to another drug. Drinking got them in an accident. Drinking got them in a fatal car accident. They passed away. Overdosing and drinking. I can't stress this enough. Do it in moderation. To the best of your ability, just think about it. Have you a little something if you're legal to do it. But you shouldn't be getting blacked out every day. It shouldn't be stopping you from doing what you, cause and then this is the funny part. As you get older, trying to get up after you've been drinking, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be a struggle. Like you're gonna have to call in on work, man. Your body not gonna work the same. You're not gonna be able to bounce up and get up. You think so right now because you're doing it, but I promise it's gonna come a day where you're gonna drink a little bit too much and you're not gonna be able to get out of that bed. It's gonna be too much for you. Last thing I want to say is network. You can get so far in life by networking, meeting people, learning how to talk to people. I was talking about communication earlier in this video, learning how to talk to people, networking with people. That's what gets you ahead. You ever met somebody that was super smart? They knew so much. They knew something about this, that, and the third, but they could not crack a joke to save their life. They can't make anybody smile. They don't get social cues. So all that smartness, when it comes to a room full of people, people only want to be around them when they need them, when they need their brains, but they don't want to really be around them in social settings. And you know what happens behind closed doors when you're around bosses and supervisors and people with the real money and the real roles? They talk about the people that they get along with. The conversation comes up about smarts and intelligence, but they talk about the people they get along with. People will remember how you made them feel. Not always about what you know, but how you made them feel. There's people in this world, and I know you probably know somebody. I don't want to use the D word, but it rhymes with rum, right? It rhymes with rum. That's what they are. The D word that rhymes with rum. But they are so funny. They're so funny. They're lovable. They're kind. They can network. And people just love to be around them. Those people get so many opportunities because people just want to laugh. People want to have a good time. And they will help them get to where they need to go. But then you know those people that's super smart, super intelligent, know everything, want to correct people all the time, right? And they're frustrated because they don't have any friends to hang around. Nobody wants to hang around them. They're always depressed. They know so much, right? But they can't move forward because they don't have social skills. They don't know how to network. Get your skills up, learn things, but learn how to network. Open your mouth, talk to people, ask people how they're doing, crack a joke. It is okay. I've gotten opportunities in my career where I'm at right now. Once I open up, I'm a victim of that myself. I'm not a social person. Well, I was a social person, but things happen in life and you'll see that as you go on. I kind of went into a shell, but then I was like, I got to get out of this shell. I got to start talking to people because if I don't talk to people, nobody knows me. How they going to put me in a position they don't even know me? I'm in the background in the corner in the cubicle spitting out work over emails. They never seen my face. They glad about the product, but they don't even know who I am. They don't know who's producing this product for you. Nobody knows. Anybody can take the credit for this now because they don't know me. Once I start getting out, start talking to people, making office calls with people, showing up people, talking to people, checking on them. That's how conversations come about. And it was like, hey, you know, we got this thing. This might be a thing that you can look forward to, and this, that, and the third. You get recommended for stuff because you know how to move in a room. You know how to communicate. You know how to network. You know how to network. Somebody might have your dream job in the palm of their hands, and all you have to do is just say hi. All you have to do is say, how you doing? Hey, what's your name? What's that you got on? And I know I said that was my last tip, but this real one is my last one. All right. You cannot do this alone. I'm going to pause right there. I'm going to let you think about this one. You cannot do this alone. Especially my men out there. Get you a good woman. My women, get you a good man. I'm not here to tell you what a good man and a good woman is. That's not what my channel is about. There's other channels over there. I might make a video, but this ain't the video for that. But I am here to tell you, don't do life alone. Find you someone that you can do it with. Find you someone that you can build with. Find you someone that has the best interest for you in mind. Doing life alone is rough, hard, and unnecessary. Find you someone to do it with, right? Find you a partner that can help you. Respect that partner. Demand respect from your partner as well. But respect your partner. Respect their views. See what they have to offer. Me and my wife, we've been together for, it's going on 8 years now. We've been married for going on 8 years now. We met at a time where I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything. She was more advanced than I was. I didn't have anything, and I couldn't imagine going through that time without somebody by my side, right? To help me to get to where I am now. But we helped each other. We built with each other, and it made the road so much easier versus me trying to do it alone. Do get yourself together. Do heal traumas. I got that. Learn about finances and all that. But once you do that at an early age, go ahead and try to find you a partner. Because as you get older, it gets harder. People think it gets easier to find a partner when you get older. I know so many people that's older right now, they cannot find a partner to save their life. Why? Because they are set in their ways. They are so far along. They're set in their ways. They are unwilling to be in. They feel like they don't have time to do that. They're set. So they're forced to settle. You don't have to settle right now. You're young. You got options and all that. Right? You got time to make mistakes. Find you somebody that you can move through life with. So when you get to your 30s, when you get to your 40s, you're established. You got your ride or die with you. Y'all might argue. Y'all gonna have bad days and have good days. That's gonna happen. That's healthy. That's a relationship. That's gonna happen. But you got a person with you that's gonna do it with you. When you come on a hard time, it's so nice to look to the left and right and see somebody there. I'm telling you, get you somebody that's going to be with you and ride with you. Because you don't want to do this alone. Men, cry. It's okay. Cry. And it's so nice. It's so nice to have a lady there to cry to. They're going to understand and pick you up. And boy, you're going to be so strong when you're done with that. Ladies, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. Cry to your man. And if you got a real deal man, the one you chose, he's going to make sure he talk you through it, get you back on your feet and get you on your way to make sure you don't cry about that situation no more. I hope some of this stuff helps you. I want to make more videos like this. I think that a lot of people don't have father figures and mother figures and unks and people that they can relate to and just real. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm not trying to give you anything to pay for. I'm just giving you free advice. Get in the comments, talk to me. This is what you need. This is what you need. Go apply it. Go apply it and be great.